Hi, I'm Blake. I used to believe friendship was sacred, especially between women raising children together in this crazy world. Madison and I had been inseparable since college. We were in each other's weddings, held each other through divorces, and practically raised our kids as siblings. My twin daughters, Emma and Olivia, called her Auntie Maddie and loved her almost as much as they loved me. Almost. Blake, you look exhausted, Madison said, pouring me coffee in her sunlit kitchen. The girls keeping you up again? Yeah, this new medication has Emma all over the place, and where she goes, Olivia follows, I sighed, gratefully accepting the mug. Single parenting twins with health issues is a lot. Madison leaned across her granite countertop. You know you can always ask for help, right? That's what I'm here for. I know, and I appreciate it. The girls love staying here when I have those late hospital shifts. They're like my own, Madison smiled, her eyes not quite meeting mine. Honestly, sometimes I think they prefer it here. Something about her tone made me uneasy. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing, she backpedaled. Just that they seem so settled here. More stable, maybe. I set my coffee down. Stable? Madison, what exactly are you implying? I'm not implying anything. I just notice things, that's all. The missed school days, how tired they always look when you drop them off. Because Emma has a chronic condition. You know this. My phone buzzed. The hospital calling me in early. Again. I've got to go, I said, gathering my things. Can you take the girls today? Just until 6? Always, Madison smiled. Take care of yourself, Blake. You really don't look well. 3 weeks later, my world imploded when Tara, another mom from school, called me in tears. Blake, I don't know how to tell you this. Her voice cracked through the phone. Tell me what? Tara, what's going on? Madison filed for emergency custody of Emma and Olivia yesterday. She's claiming medical neglect, that you're over-medicated and unable to care for them properly. There's a hearing tomorrow. My hand trembled. That's impossible. She wouldn't. She did. She's been documenting everything for months, taking photos when the girls look tired, recording when they mention you being asleep or working late. Blake. She even had a social worker visit their school. But she's my best friend, I whispered, my voice breaking. She knows about my prescription for anxiety after the divorce. She knows it's temporary. There's more. Tara hesitated. She's claiming the girls confided in her that sometimes you don't wake up when they need you. She has photos of your medicine cabinet. She's been in my house taking photos? When she watched the girls. Blake, listen to me. Tara's voice hardened. This isn't a misunderstanding. She's been planning this. The judge granted her temporary custody pending investigation. My knees buckled. She has my daughters? Right now? Yes, I'm so sorry. But Blake, you need to know something else. This isn't the first time she's done this. Remember Kelly who moved away last year? Madison tried something similar, but Kelly gave her what she wanted, that rental property. I think Madison's been targeting single moms with resources but without strong family support. The room spun around me as Tara's words sank in. Madison hadn't just betrayed me. She'd been systematically setting me up, using my most vulnerable moments to steal my children, and I had handed her the keys to my life. Miss Howard, I understand this is difficult, Detective Ramirez said, his weathered face sympathetic as we sat in the police station. But we need to be strategic about this. She has my daughters, I replied, fingers gripping my armrest. Based on lies. The temporary custody order is legal, even if obtained through deception, he explained. We need evidence of that deception. My lawyer, Vanessa, interjected. Blake, tell Detective Ramirez about Madison's pattern. Tara mentioned another mother, Kelly Sanders. Madison apparently threatened her too, but Kelly gave her property instead. Detective Ramirez leaned forward. Extortion. Now that's something we can work with. I've already located Kelly, Vanessa said, sliding a folder across the table. She's willing to testify. What about your medication, Miss Howard? Detective Ramirez asked. Madison's claiming you're impaired. It's prescribed anxiety medication, low dose. Started after my divorce last year when the girls were having trouble adjusting. Your medical records will help, Vanessa nodded. And the girl's pediatrician can verify Emma's condition necessitates those absences Madison documented. My phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Blake, it's Jen, Madison's assistant. We need to talk. She's done this before. Another witness, I breathed, showing them the message. Let's meet her, Ramirez said, standing. Carefully. At a quiet cafe across town, Jen fidgeted with her coffee cup. Madison keeps files on people she thinks she can use. There's one on you that goes back 2 years. 2 years? We've been friends for 15? She has a system. She targets women with something she wants. Your house, your lifestyle, your children. But why my daughters? My voice broke. She can't have her own, Jen said quietly. Infertility. She's become obsessed with having a picture-perfect family. Your twins fit her image. How many times has she done this? Ramirez asked. 3 that I know of. But you're the first with children involved. Usually she just manipulates people out of property or money. Did she actually threaten you directly, Blake? Vanessa pressed. For the record? No, she's too smart. It was always for the girls' sake. Or if you really cared about Emma and Olivia, you'd want what's best for them. Classic manipulation. What about your phone? Jen asked suddenly. Did she ever have access to it? All the time. We trusted each other completely. Check your settings. She probably installed monitoring software. Detective Ramirez's eyes narrowed. That would be unauthorized surveillance, a felony. My hands trembled as I checked my phone settings. There, an app I never installed. That's it, Jen nodded. She uses it to track everything. Calls, texts, location. She even listens through the microphone sometimes. This changes everything, Vanessa said, eyes gleaming. Unauthorized surveillance, potential extortion, filing false reports. And I have something else, Jen said, sliding a USB drive across the table. Her real financial records. She's been falsifying income statements to look more stable than you. The judge should see what she's really working with. Detective Ramirez pocketed the drive. We'll need your official statement, Jen. Will this be enough? I asked, hope fluttering for the first time. No, Vanessa said firmly. We need one more thing, direct evidence of her intent. We need her to admit what she's doing. How? You're going to confront her, Detective Ramirez said, while wearing a wire. Madison's face registered shock when she opened her front door. Blake, you can't be here. The custody order says supervised visits only. Where are my daughters? I demanded, pushing past her into the foyer. They're at school, where they should be, she replied, crossing her arms. Unlike when they're with you, missing days constantly. Cut the act, Madison. I know what you've done. She laughed, but it didn't reach her eyes. What I've done? You mean take care of 2 little girls whose mother is too drugged up to function? I'm talking about Kelly Sanders, I said flatly. And your assistant, Jen. And the spyware on my phone, the falsified financial statements. Her face paled slightly. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't you? Funny, because Detective Ramirez seems to understand perfectly. He's building quite the case. Unauthorized surveillance, filing false reports, attempted extortion. You're being ridiculous, she scoffed, but her voice wavered. I'm protecting those girls. No, you're stealing them. You've been planning this for years. Madison's perfect facade cracked. Years? Please, it only took months of watching you spiral to realize those girls deserve better. Better like what you did to Kelly? Threatening her until she handed over her rental property? That was different. Was it? Or is this just your pattern? Finding vulnerable women, isolating them, then taking what you want? You have no idea what you're talking about, she hissed, moving closer. Those girls love me. They tell me everything about your little pill parties, how you sleep through their nightmares. That never happened, and you know it. It doesn't matter what actually happened, she smiled coldly. It matters what Emma and Olivia have been coached to say happened. My blood froze. You've been manipulating my children? I've been preparing them for their new reality. Face it, Blake. I can give them everything you can't. Stability, attention, a mother who isn't broken. They already have a mother who loves them. Love isn't enough, she spat. Look at you, barely holding it together. The court saw it. Everyone sees it but you. The court saw fabricated evidence, I countered. But they're about to see the truth. She laughed again, sharper this time. What truth? Your word against mine? I'm the successful businesswoman with the perfect home. You're the overmedicated nurse with the messy life. Who do you think they'll believe? They'll believe evidence, Madison. And I have plenty. Something dangerous flashed in her eyes. Back off, Blake. If you push this, I'll make sure you never see Emma and Olivia again. I have resources you can't imagine. Connections you don't have. Is that a threat? It's a promise. She stepped closer, voice low. I've wanted those girls since the day they were born. Your perfect little twins. And now they're mine. They will never be yours. Her hand shot out, gripping my arm painfully. Listen to me very carefully. Walk away. Sign over custody permanently. I'll be generous with visitation. Fight me and you'll lose everything. Your children, your home, your career. I will destroy you. I looked down at her hand, then back to her face. Thank you, Madison. For what? She asked, confused. For finally showing who you really are, I said calmly, pulling back my jacket to reveal the wire. And for saying all that on record. The color drained from her face. You're wired? You can't. That's illegal. Actually, Detective Ramirez authorized it. He's right outside with a warrant, by the way. As if on cue, knocking thundered through the house. Madison lunged toward me, eyes wild with rage. You think this changes anything? I'll still win. Those girls are mine. Her hands found my throat just as the door burst open. Mrs. Madison Reynolds, you are being charged with filing false reports, unauthorized surveillance, attempted extortion, and now assault. Judge Harmon read from the bench, his voice echoing through the courtroom. Madison sat rigidly beside her attorney, her perfect appearance now strained after 2 weeks in county jail awaiting bail. Your Honor, her lawyer began, my client was acting out of genuine concern. Save it for trial, counselor. Judge Harmon interrupted. This hearing is to reinstate Miss Howard's custody and determine conditions for the defendant's release. My daughters sat beside me, holding my hands tightly. At 10 years old, they understood more than I wished they did. Miss Howard, the judge continued, the court offers its deepest apologies for this ordeal. Your children are formally returned to your full custody, effective immediately. Relief washed over me as Emma squeezed my hand. Detective Ramirez nodded from his seat behind us. After the hearing, Madison approached in the hallway, her lawyer hovering nervously. Blake, please, her voice broke. You have to understand. I just wanted to help. I love those girls like they're my own. But they're not yours, I replied evenly. They never were. I made a mistake, she pleaded. I got carried away. But everything I did was because I care about Emma and Olivia. Everything you did was because you're obsessed and entitled, I corrected. You betrayed 15 years of friendship. You manipulated my children and tried to steal them from their mother. I'm sorry. Tears streamed down her face. I'll do anything to make this right. There is no making this right, I said firmly. Your apology means nothing. Blake, we've been friends forever. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. People make mistakes. Forgive me, please. For the girls, they love their Auntie Maddie. The girls understand exactly what you did, I said, noticing Emma and Olivia watching from down the hall with Vanessa. You lied about their mother. You tried to take them away forever. There's no coming back from that. The charges could put me away for years, she whispered desperately. My reputation is destroyed. I've lost everything. Isn't that enough? Not even close, I replied coldly. You plan to take everything from me. Now you get to experience what that feels like. Detective Ramirez appeared at my side. Time to go, Miss Reynolds. As she was led away, Tara approached with Kelly Sanders and Jen. How are you holding up? Tara asked, embracing me. Better now, I said. watching my daughters walk toward us. We all are. What happens next? Kelly asked. Madison faces trial in 3 months, Detective Ramirez explained. With the evidence we have, she's looking at significant time. And the class action lawsuit from her other victims is moving forward, Vanessa added, joining our group. She'll never financially recover. Later that evening, as I tucked my daughters into their beds, their real beds in their real home, Olivia looked up at me. Mom, is Auntie Maddie going to jail because of us? No, sweetheart, I said firmly. She's facing consequences because of her own choices, never because of you. But she said she loved us, Emma whispered. Real love doesn't take. It doesn't lie. It doesn't hurt, I explained, smoothing her hair. Real love protects, like how we all protected each other. I was scared you wouldn't get us back, Olivia admitted, her voice small in the dimly lit room. Nothing could keep me from fighting for you, I said, sitting on the edge of her bed. Nothing? What if she tries again? Emma asked, eyes wide with worry. What if she comes back? She can't hurt us anymore, I reassured them. Detective Ramirez and Vanessa made sure of that. I heard her tell you we said bad things about you, Olivia's voice cracked. But we didn't, Mom. We never did. I know, sweetie, I said, gathering both girls into a hug. Madison twisted everything to get what she wanted. Did you ever believe her? Emma asked, her face pressed against my shoulder. Not for a second, I whispered fiercely. I know my daughters, and I know when someone is trying to tear us apart. As I left their room, my phone buzzed with a text from Vanessa. Madison's bail was revoked. She tried to flee jurisdiction, now facing additional charges. I looked back at my sleeping daughters, safe in their beds where they belonged. Madison had targeted me thinking I was weak, isolated, an easy victim. She never expected me to fight back so effectively, to build a community of support, to use the very legal system she tried to manipulate against her. She took my daughters thinking I would break. Instead, I became unbreakable. Have you ever underestimated someone you thought was vulnerable? What happened when they finally showed their strength? Share your experiences in the comments below.